What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream, a brand new show to the channel. If you guys were watching the other day, of course, last week we did it on Jack's channel, but it's a brand new show, title race show, top three show, of course, for next season, and where we talk everything Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool, of course. So hope everyone's doing well. Make sure before you do start, you smash like buttons up, get your thoughts in down below. Let's introduce the panel. Starting off, we got Liam from This Is City. Liam, how you doing, my friends? You all good?
Yeah, doing good, thank you. Hope everyone's doing well. Buzzing after our game, of course, yesterday. And yeah, just hope everyone's doing well. And we're approaching a new season, so should be a good show. Thanks for having me on, and yeah, big up.
Definitely, 100%, man. And yeah, as you rightly said, great win for City yesterday. Of course, Club World Cup settings, battering Juventus as well. I did watch a bit of the game, very good game. So I'm sure we're going to discuss that in a minute as well. About that as well. But we've got Jack in the building as well. How you been doing, Jack?
Yeah, I've been fine, thanks, bro. As you know, I've just been in Spain, but finally back home now. It is nice to be back, but we're also back to the horrible weather. But yeah, hope you're well too, Josh. And yeah, really looking forward to this show, and it's going to be another great show on the panel. And cheers for having me on.
Anytime, man. Anytime. It's going to be a really good show. So this show's going to be rotating every single week, guys. Of course, it's on my channel, and then next week will be on Liam's channel. So go hold it. You know what it was? I had it all sorted out, people. I had the title sorted out, description sorted out. YouTube, I've clicked live. YouTube messed it all. Like, there's no description. There's no hashtags. There's no the title's all messed up than it was before. So
Yeah,
basically,
that happens. Sorry to interrupt. That happens with me a lot, actually. Like one in
yeah.
every 5 streams, it just removes everything. I'm like, I spent forever setting that up. What's going on?
I don't understand. Like, I clicked live and everything is gone. I spent, yeah, exactly. I spent like an hour setting it all up today. So I'm gonna wait after, guys. You can find Jack's channel in the description, Liam's channel as well. So it rotates every single week. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But we're gonna start with Arsenal. We're gonna start with Arsenal first, of course. I'm gonna move to Liverpool and City. Make sure you guys get your thoughts in. Big up the chat as always. We'll come to some comments as well. Get any questions in you have for Liverpool towards Jack, or Man City towards Liam as well. But let's get into it, because Arsenal finally moving quick in the window. You know, we had a very slow start, and to be honest with you, I was thinking we was not going to be doing this show, guys, next season, because it's called the title race. But the way how we were moving in the window, we'll be lucky to be in the top four race. So thankfully the show's going on, people, and you know, we're actually going to move and sign some proper players, it seems like. And we've been linked with Eze today, of course, at Crystal Palace. He's agreed personal terms with Arsenal. The player wants Arsenal. As it says here, Eze is one of the plans at Arsenal. It's unclear if he's a first choice or backup option. Arsenal already agreed personal terms with Eze, and the player wants to move. And then also Ben Jacobs saying that he's got 68 million release clause, and it can be paid in 3 installments, which could really suit Arsenal. So, yeah, I think for me, Eze is an absolute no-brainer. I made a video on it earlier today. Eze for me can play left-hand side, can play attacking midfielder as well. You know, prem proven, rapid, like he's got it all. Technically gifted, game changer. I mean, you saw him in the FA Cup final. Sorry to bring it up, Liam. My friends.
I was there. I had to go.
You was there as well at the game.
Yeah, 2 years in a row. We've been in the FA Cup final 3 years. I didn't go in the first where we won. The two we lost, I went. So yeah, bad times.
Yeah. I got a feel for you, man, to be fair there. But obviously, we saw Eze in that final. I think this would be an absolute no-brainer. 68 million release clause as well. For me, Arsenal got to get this deal done. This is a proper player. Yeah, these are players we should be signing. But I'll start off with you, Jack, bro. What do you make of Eze overall as a player? And do you think he'll be a good signing for Arsenal?
Yeah, Eze, what a player, man. He is probably up there on his day with one of the best cams or forwards, whatever you want to class him as, in the league, to be honest. The guy's been doing it for a while at this level now, and I think it is time for him to get this big move to one of the big clubs, one of the big six. And yeah, I mean, I think this is a perfect sign for you, to be honest. I think you've lacked a lot of creativity and goal scoring threat like Eze has in that midfield and going forward. But yeah, it's a phenomenal sign, and it's a great sign for you lot. And you've been needing a player like that for a while, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Agreed there. What do you think about? Obviously, you've seen him quite a bit. Well, both you have in Premier League, as Jack said. There, phenomenal player. Done it for Palace as well. But Liam, what do you think about this coming to Arsenal? Like, do you think this is realistic for Arsenal? And do you think it can like elevate us to the next level?
Yeah, I think it's realistic, of course. If there's a release clause, I don't see any reason why this can't get done. I think it's a good signing, a very good player. I've seen that personally in person. Big game player. We all know that. I think he's good. Like you say, he's versatile as well. And this is a probably your best signing yet. I'd say if you were to sign him, I think it's much better than the Keppers and Norgards you're going for. I know they're more backup players, but this is more of like a statement sort of signing. I think this will definitely, I think, probably put you definitely back in the title race again. Do I think this signing would take you to the league? Again, I think you still need that proper strike up top, which I'm guessing you're going to get eventually. But yeah, very good signing, no brainer, and I don't see a reason why it shouldn't get done if there is that release clause.
Would you guys have taken him at your club?
I wouldn't have minded them. I would have took them if we didn't get wet, or we obviously, as Liam knows, we were after Turkey, but West was our priority. But yeah, I would have took them. But currently, I wouldn't now due to our depth in that area. But yeah, I would have took them.
Yeah.
I would have definitely took him at the start of the window if you've offered me Edison. What am I about? Eze. I didn't talk about Edison too much this week. I would have definitely took him. I do think in the end, if you asked me now, I would have rather have gone and got Eze for, what is it, 70 or Turkey for 30. I probably would have rather Turkey for 30.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he would have been a great option. Would I take him now if City were offered him now? No, probably because our squad is absolutely stacked to the limit right now. I just do not know where he'd play. We've got like 4 wingers, 4 attacking midfielders. So not right now, but at the start of the window, yeah, 100%.
I mean, it's interesting because I feel like Eze comes in for Arsenal, and we need him for both positions, really. I mean, if you think about the left-hand side last season, you look at Martinelli, how he digressed, Trossard's digressed, so he can play on the left, but also Odegaard's performances as well for Arsenal have just been completely off. Just I don't know what's happened to the guy. He's not been the same player that we once seen with this guy. To be straight with you, he's been awful. And he was awful last season. So a player like Eze comes in, challenges Odegaard, challenges the left winger as well. Or for me, he starts for Arsenal over Martinelli right now. He's been so frustrating to watch. So 68 million, you can pay it, and Arsenal love paying it in installments, which it says we can do. For me, it's an absolute no-brainer. But guys, get your thoughts in down below. I'm going to quickly read some comments before we move on to other Arsenal as well. Big up to Adam in the chat. How you doing, Adam, my friend? Hope you're doing well. This is Liam's channel, by the way, as well, guys. I put it. YouTube have updated it now. Yeah, they finally put it all together. So go to the description. You can find Liam's channel, Jack's channel as well. Make sure you guys go over there and subscribe to them if you haven't already. But yeah, big up. This is Liam's channel right there as well. This is City. Niall's in the building. He says, get the signings in. You already know, bro. Both. Look, I'm on a panel with Liverpool. Just signed Gyokeres. Liverpool just and have announced them as well. Wirtz have just signed flipping Frimpong. They're going for more. I'm on with a City fan. They've got flipping Turkey. Reiners. I'm probably missing a few, aren't I? That you've signed
Nori.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And I'm just sitting there thinking, what are we actually doing right now? I mean, yeah, it's mental. But big up to Creo in the building. Hope you're doing well, man. He says Eze would be a great addition and should also be first choice over Martinelli. So there we go. Sort of saying what I was saying there, agreeing with that as well. But yeah, the channels are in the description, guys. Big up to Adam as well. They are now, thankfully. Creo says Martinelli needs to show that he wants to play as a first choice left winner because over the last season he hasn't played too well. That is very true there. We need competition there for sure, and that'll hopefully wake him up to actually put in some proper performances as well. But yeah, AFC Always is in the building. Big up AFC Always. I wasn't thinking straight, but big up AFC Always. Why are you not a moderator, by the way? You should be a moderator. I'll do it after, bro. But yeah. AED, bless up, it's on. Fuck my life. See, we're going to talk about Liverpool in a minute because they could be in a hunt for strikers because Nunez is going to be most likely going. So they could be either in for, I mean, I know Jack will tell us about Isak or Gyokeres or someone else maybe. So we'll talk about that in a minute as well. Big up to Kula Edits as well. What a profile picture that is, man. What's up, Royal Red? This is City and Trugan. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, man. Bless up yourself. Bless up yourself, man. Red Devil United's in the building. Rich, big up yourself. And there's been nothing to do with Shesko, mate, at the moment. Just the same old recycled BS. The same old news. We're monitoring the player. We're interested in the player. We're weighing up a move. You name it. All the buzzwords under the sun. It's not happening anytime soon at the moment, mate, to be fair. So it's still Gyokeres or Sesko for Arsenal, and we're still not picked one, it seems like, at the moment. So I wish there was some new news, but to be honest, there isn't. But big up yourself, Rich, as well. Yes,
that reminds.
Yeah, sorry,
that reminds me of that iconic League Gunner video where it goes monitoring, eyes on the player. That's an iconic video. It's so funny, that video.
It's true though, man. It's true. It's true.
Yeah,
like
I saw one the other day where it was literally using the most insane adjectives ever, and it was like they are deeply falling into a trap of love with a player. I'm like, what? Just say they want the player. It's madness.
Oh, mate, yeah, we're in love with the player, mate. It's like, it's crazy, but yeah. Yesterday's revenge tour was sweet, right, Liam? Oh yeah, because did they beat you in Champions League, Juventus?
We've also actually not beaten them since 1976. So
wow,
it's been a long time since we beat them. Also, what I've been saying on my channel for all summer is I want to start a revenge tour this season. When we went 1-14, I want to beat all them teams. So I thought, let's tick off Juventus, and we destroyed them. So yeah, it was good.
Fair play there. Big up to Ryan in the chat as well. Amazing channel over there. Make sure you guys check out Huddersfield Town Fan TV. All the best for the new season as well, mate. Gavin as well is in the building. How you doing, Gavin? Hope you're doing well every single time, my friends. Appreciate you stopping by. Big up to, yeah, that's a cool name, man. But big up yourself, bro. Eze to Arsenal. When did this rumor start? It came out a few days ago. Coming from Ben Jacobs and T News and Ticks, who's quite reliable over there in Arsenal. But yeah, we'll see how this one develops. I expect these are the players we should be going for. There's no excuses. So hopefully we do get it done and over the line. Because I know Tottenham are looking at Eze as well. Big up to Static in the building, another legend as well. Hope you're doing well today, Static. Because YouTube decided to mess it all up today. As soon as I clicked live, they took away everything. They said no description, but I've updated it now, so it should be all good as well. I'll save these ones for when we talk about Liverpool and City as well a bit later on. Captain Fletch, a Liverpool fan. I think Jack knows this guy as well. Big up to Captain Fletch.
Big up Fletch.
Bless up yourself every single time, man. We've also got rumor about Arsenal inquiring about Alvarez. Yo, don't get me don't get me giddy about this one, people. Alvarez, and wait, we got Liam on the panel as well. Yeah, he knows him very well from his City days. I think we spoke about it last show, man. Alvarez is an absolute no-brainer for Arsenal Football Club, people. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen though, but yeah, it's just.
I think it could in a couple of years, maybe, if this strike he actually doesn't work out.
But what was you saying? You said the other week that he didn't like England or something?
Yeah, I think the main reason he wanted to leave, I know the City released it as in the media, like, oh, he didn't like the weather. This was the main reason. I think the main reason was because you've got Erling Haaland in front of you. But I think one of the factors was apparently he absolutely despised the weather. So I take it how you want, but that was what our journalists were reporting. But I think it's still come after this season didn't go too well at Atletico in terms of trophies. It's the first season his career didn't win a trophy. So I think maybe if it don't go well again this season and you go in for him next season, maybe you could go and get him then, perhaps.
Yeah, definitely, man. For me, it's an absolute no-brainer. Simple as that. So hopefully one day he does come to Arsenal. But yeah, keep leaving your comments down below, people, as well. We're gonna move to some more Arsenal news. We're looking at this Christian Mosquera guy, 20-year-old from Valencia, centre back. Now talks are ongoing. He's agreed personal terms. He wants to move to Arsenal. All they have to do is ask to agree a fee with Valencia. Now Arsenal put in a first bidder around, I don't know how much it was, but that got rejected. So we're looking back to it, another bid for him. But can cover both sides really. Centre back, I think he's right-footed, 6'3". Can play right back, left centre back, right centre back as well. So can be covered for Saliba and Gabriel as well as maybe the right back position. Played quite a few, pretty much every single game for Valencia last season as well. Obviously played for Spanish under-21s, played in that Euro tournament. But another defender for Arsenal is crazy. Yeah, more defenders. It's great. Like we're quick enough to 2 deals got announced. Here we go yesterday, guys, for Arsenal. Kepa and flipping Norgard, yeah. And that took a day to get that done. We've waited 3 years to sign a striker, people. Make it make sense. This is how Arsenal...
3 years.
I
just don't make sense from the outside. I just don't get it. But
yeah,
maybe there's some factor I've not seen. I just don't get it.
Like, it's just crazy. Like, we've got another defender in. I don't even mind, this him as a player. I'm not hating on the player. It's just like we have clear other priorities, surely. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and gas him up. I don't watch Valencia week in, week out. I've seen a few things of this guy. He looks well established, but that's about it, really. Young centre back. But I'll start you, Liam, mate. Arsenal bringing in more defenders than attackers. What's your thoughts on this, man?
I guess you're building a squad. From the outside, what I'm seeing, you're building a better squad that should limit injuries. The player, I'm not one for lying and say yes, I've watched him this. I've spent my spare time watching. Who's he play for? Valencia, is it?
Yeah, Valencia.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched one Valencia game. I'm not gonna lie, last season. So I don't know how good he is, to be honest. However, I think it's good rotation. Maybe in the future he could become your first choice centre back. I don't know how good he is, to be honest, but maybe he could. The fee, was it around 20 million, was it?
They're saying you can get him for 50 million euros. So that's about...
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So it's a good fee. Yeah, it's a decent transfer. Probably even a good transfer. That's a good backup to Saliba and Gabriel. I assume, considering you're signing him. I've never watched him. But yeah, I think this is decent. But I do think you need to, as soon as possible, be moving on to that striker. I'm like, what are we now? 1 month into the window, still not onto a striker. A lot of journalists are saying July 1st. Apparently, all the clubs are going to wake up. I don't get why you're waiting for July 1st, but maybe then they are. And yeah, so good, but you need to move on to a striker very soon, in my opinion.
Facts. Honestly, bro, I couldn't agree more there. What do you make of this, Jack? Obviously, this is... I don't know if you ever watched this guy. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but another defender for Arsenal. What's your thoughts on this, Mosquera to Arsenal?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I've never seen this guy play before, but I mean, no surprises there. Arsenal wanting to sign another defender. You sign at least one around every window, to be honest, every summer window. But yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, you want a striker for over 3 years. It's not the best look for number one, your owners, and your manager, obviously Arteta, with you going to sign another defender and sign the CDM before the priority, like you mentioned, your striker. So yeah, it's not the best look for your owners and manager at all.
Yeah, listen, like, you guys can see outside, as like rivals, that's what we've been lacking for many, many years, is that striker. Ever since Aubameyang, really. And it's looking... we're still sat here with no striker. We still replaced him.
Well, are some of your fan base happy about it, though? Because I keep seeing this now Arsenal tweeting, and he said it's called it a 10 out of 10 window. I'm like,
nah.
I thought you needed a striker. How is it a 10 out of 10 window?
Bro, this is why we get laughed at fucking by everyone under the sun. These big Arsenal... And the finish, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't usually do this. I don't sit here because I focus on myself and the channel and people we got in the chat, yeah, and like, you guys on the panel today, yeah. I don't do all the hate and all that, but I'm sorry, I've got to say this. These, as you rightly said, that Liam, that now AFC guy, that now Arsenal, right? All these big Twitter accounts with like these 100, 200k, 1,000 followers. People invest in it. It gets posted everywhere, right? This is what they all spread all this shit out, and then it makes us look bad. It makes the whole fan base and then we get called delusional and all this. It's so frustrating, bro. Arsenal,
Yeah, I think some of your big accounts give people like you and these cool people in their chat a bad look, to be honest, because people categorize Arsenal as this terrible fan base, and that's what I think from looking at Twitter. But then you meet people like you, and it's cool, but it's not a
yeah.
good representation, to be honest. These people like now Arsenal.
Oh my days. Have Liverpool or Man City got these big fan accounts who do this as well?
Yeah, we've got a couple, to be fair.
We never used to have any. We've got one, I think he's called I think he had a David Silva profile picture, but someone bought his account, I think, and turned it into a troll account. I think that's one of the only guys. City Extra is our main source and stuff, and they just post out news, so they don't really have an opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as I can see, I don't think we have that many. I'm probably missing a couple.
Yeah, but the thing is, even if you did, I mean, at least you boys actually win trophies. It makes it worse when we don't win anything, and this is like the standards they have for the football club. They accept this, giving it 10 out of 10 windows. Like we've not even signed a single attacker, and somehow it's 10 out of 10. We signed the Chelsea rejects, Kepa. We signed flipping Norgard from Brentford and we binned off Thomas Partey. We've signed Zuamendi, obviously he's a good signing, and then this guy is going to come in. But like we need about 4 or 5 attackers still, people. It's crazy.
Just quickly, 10 out of 10 they say, but these same accounts, I assume, will probably go at the end of the season if you don't end up winning anything. They'll make up an excuse. Well, if it's a 10 out of 10 window, then surely there'd be no excuse. But I think they'd make up an excuse, to be honest.
Yeah, facts. So many. Bro, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, big up to you, Unbiased TV. What do you mean he's not a reject? How's he not a reject? How much did they buy him for again, guys? Kepa to Chelsea was it like 80 million.
70, most expensive goalkeeper ever. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was above Alisson's fee.
It's mental. Like, I know we needed a backup goalkeeper, and 5 million deal is not a bad deal. It's just about going through these Chelsea rubbish bins again. Look how many times we've done it. David Luiz, Citro Bob, Jorginho. To be fair, Jorginho's not been, too bad. He's probably the best out of a bad bunch. King Kai, yeah.
Sterling.
Raheem the Dream. Ben Ayew a few years ago. Like that's just so fun. We look going through these Chelsea. That's the only thing with it. But anyway, there we go. I mean, he is a reject, but as for the deal itself, 5 million is not a bad deal. We needed a backup goalkeeper, so I'm not talking too much about that. I just want us to sign strikers and attackers, bro. That's the main priority. We sign these defenders, cool. If we get the strikers in, if we get all the attacker players in, then cool. But anyway, let's move to Liverpool next as well, because reports in Portugal. Obviously, I know you're getting rid of Nunez, Jack. It seems like, but you're looking to sign a striker now. Liverpool have apparently joined Man United and Arsenal in the race to sign Gyokeres. I know about Isak. Like, if we start with you, what's happening with the striker situation in Liverpool, bro?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the main one looks like it will be Nunez out the door, and it looks increasingly likely that he'll be going to Napoli, as you're familiar with Napoli, Josh. But yeah, I mean, we want around 69 million for Nunez, but I can't really see us getting that much. It's probably 69 million in add-ons, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, there's also been talks about Jota potentially going, which I can see happening too. And I can't really think of a club currently who would really sign Jota. Maybe a return to Wolves. But yeah, I mean, Gyokeres to Liverpool, in my opinion, I'll take him. But I do believe Isak is better, and I do believe we are pushing for him more than Gyokeres, but in my opinion too, I think Gyokeres is Arsenal or Barcelona bound. In my opinion, I can't see us signing him. And like I mentioned, I think it's increasingly likely that we do go and sign Isak instead of Gyokeres, because there has obviously been talks of us potentially having another 200 million to spend in this window. But yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, like I've been as an Arsenal fan, it's a no-brainer for us to sign Gyokeres for me. You know, like and we was looking at Isak as well. Apparently, he's our dream target. And if he ever went to you guys, yeah, that is a disgrace for Arsenal's point of view, because we've been trying to get this guy for years, by the way. And if you end up getting him, I'm gonna be like, we might as well just wrap it up before he's even started. People, imagine Liverpool with Isak up front, yeah, with Wirtz behind him, with flipping Salah on the right wing, yeah. Imagine even Gyokeres coming in as a striker. Yeah, imagine Gyokeres as a striker. Like Salah on the right, Wirtz in the middle. So annoying. But anyway, Liam, obviously you saw Gyokeres again, hat trick against your club in the Champions League last season. Do you see him going Liverpool though, or do you see him going maybe Arsenal or elsewhere?
I'm not really too sure on this situation, to be honest. I don't think I've seen the Liverpool links yet. I might have seen one, but I've of course seen the last 6 months constantly. Gyokeres Arsenal, Arsenal, Arsenal. So I think this signing would make a lot of sense for both clubs. I think it make a load of sense for Liverpool. I think it make a load of sense for, of course, Arsenal as well. I think he'd fit in very well at Liverpool. He'd have Wirtz feeding him chances. Of course, Salah as well. So yeah, that'd be a great striker for them. Isak would be better, but I have to be careful what I say, because I think Jack was probably in the stream when I was like, "What?" I did a laugh stream at Liverpool entering the race for Wirtz. I was like, "No chance, not happening." And well, yeah, it ended up happening. So I need to be careful what I say about Isak. What I think in my head, I think surely 0% chance. But then I have to be careful because I'll get clipped up again. But Gyokeres would be good for both clubs, in my opinion. I think he'd be a good sign for Liverpool or Arsenal. But it seems like Liverpool focusing on Isak, which I don't think will happen. But then when that probably doesn't happen, are you going to go for Gyokeres as a second choice? And Arsenal, I think, are just going to get Sesko, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, it still seems like we're still hovering for Sesko as that main choice. But even if Gyokeres, as I said, if he went to Liverpool, I'd be gutted about that, because I see him thriving there. You know, he's a top striker. One of the most informed in the past 2 seasons. The goals don't lie. Overall, as a striker as well, he's done it on the big stage. It'd be phenomenal, especially with Liverpool as well. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting situation, because I know quite a few teams looking at strikers. Like, we're in there as expected. Liverpool going to be in there now, losing Nunez. Man United obviously are going to be in there. Maybe Chelsea again if they want to go for another striker. Juventus.
Don't invite United; they have no chance.
Juve, obviously Napoli are looking at different types of strikers now. So many teams are going to be in for these players. So it'll be interesting to see where they do go. But I can personally still see Isak. I know Liverpool are trying to push for a move, and Liverpool are one of the biggest clubs in English football. It's going to be attractive destination. Is Liverpool. They've just won the league as well. Players have got. Why not want to go to Liverpool? But I kind of see him saying at Newcastle for at least another season. Or the price is just going to be. I think they're saying 150 million minimal price for him. I don't see anyone paying that. But if they do, then yeah, lock off the season, people. Lock it off. We got Liverpool closing on a deal to sign Mark Gay from Crystal Palace. Very top centre back. Obviously, Konate may be moving on as well. But Jack, what's the whole situation with this, bro?
Yeah, I mean, about 3 to 4 days ago, this first got reported, and I've rated this guy for time, and he is a phenomenal centre back. I think he's probably one of the best centre backs in the league, and I think he'll probably be one of the best if he was, all due respect to Palace too, but if he was in more of a top team, like in one of the top 6 with plenty more quality around him, with all due respect to Palace. But yeah, I've rated this guy for time, and I think he'll be a phenomenal sign if we do go and sign him. And our squad depth only gets stronger if we do go and sign them. And yeah, I think for me, I think this is the most exciting signing of our window. To be honest, that might sound crazy, but I think it's a really exciting sign for us.
And what's happening with Konate then? Is he leaving you guys?
Yeah, obviously last night we did see a report with Santi. He's not really the most reliable of journalists, to be honest. You only have to look at his past and see he was saying Salah's meant to be leaving in the summer, which
Yeah.
obviously didn't happen. But yeah, I mean, if Konate does go, it's a loss, but I do think he is very replaceable. I don't think it's a big of a loss of comparing it to if we did lose Salah this summer. But yeah, it's 100% replaceable. And to be honest, I hope it's not true because sorry about my language, but I couldn't be arsed with another Trent saga for a whole season, which, to be honest, I thought that Trent saga ruined our season last season. And I think we could have celebrated it a bit more, that league title win, if that wasn't happening with Trent.
Yeah, for sure. Liam, when you look into, Konate leaving for Liverpool, personally, for me, I feel like Konate and Van Dijk, they had a good partnership last season, and they have been doing that. So I think Konate, I have rated Konate, but bringing in a replacement like Gay coming in, I've seen this guy Palace really, very solid for England as well. Really stepped up. So he looks a superb centre back. But what do you make of all of this for Liverpool, man?
Yeah, I think it's very good, to be honest. I've been pushing on my streams for weeks saying City probably need to let centre back go. Guehi's on the market. Can City push in? We're not going to, by the way. That's just a suggestion from me. So that shows my opinion on it. I think it'd be a mint signing. I think that's probably a perfect replacement for Konate, to be honest. And I understand it must be frustrating, like when Trent just ran down. The whole saga with Trent just must have been really frustrating. And yeah, I think this would be another mint signing. And again, it's refreshing your squad whilst you're on top. So yeah, it's just going to push you closer and closer towards the league title next season, of course, in a title fight. And very good signing. You say the most exciting? You think it's more exciting than Verts?
No,
yeah,
no, no, no.
I'm gonna go that far. I've rated this guy for time, and yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Mate, fair play, mate. Fair play. I mean, he is a top centre back, and to be fair, he's done it in the Prem as well. He's been doing it in the Prem for many years for Palace. So it's a good step up for him. That's a big thing with me with Gay though, like because we were looking at him a little bit, and a few people were saying, a few Arsenal fans in my chat were saying, why don't we go for Gay instead of that Valencia guy we're looking at? And I'm sitting there thinking, if Konate is actually going to end up leaving, or if he's going to stay. If you think about Gay, he wants to break into World Cup, doesn't he? In the England team, like, is he going to settle? Because at Arsenal, you got Saliba and Gabriel there. Unless you play a back three and change it around, he's not really getting enough game time. Is he going to be? He's got to look ahead to the World Cup for England as well. Like, could that play an effect? Maybe not, because we've seen England players who play in these other countries and they play squad players, they still get selected. But for him, he wants to be playing week in, week out, surely. But maybe he has ability to challenge Konate next season. If he even if he does stay. So I think overall, this is actually a very, very good move for Liverpool, in my opinion as well. Very, very good signing. Liverpool are cooking in the window like Man City are. Arsenal, you need to fix up ASAP. But let's go to this one about Nunez, because Fabrizio came out and said this yesterday, that negotiations continue with Napoli and Liverpool for Darwin Nunez. Initial request in excess of 65 million euros, but Napoli are trying to work on a deal structure for the whole package. Nunez wants to move. As reported last week, personal terms are being discussed. Are you happy with this, Jack? Nunez moving on to Napoli?
Yeah, as much as I love the guy, not as a player, just as a person, as most of our fans do, it is time for him to go. He's been here for about 2 to 3 seasons now, and I do think it's time for him to move on. It's sad that it hasn't ended the way as what we thought it would happen when he first dreamed, but it's football. Things don't always work out with players during your team. But yeah, I mean, to Napoli, that wouldn't be a bad move for him for his career. And he obviously did to reject Saudi because he does want to stay in Europe. And I think it's the right move for him, to be honest. I can see him suiting the Serie A very well due to how less of physicality it is compared to the Prem and how high the tempo is of the Serie A. But yeah, Nunez has also Nunez also signed his locker in the training ground, but yeah, which obviously hints that he is going.
There we go. There we go. There. Listen, with Nunez, as you said, yeah, going to Napoli, I think it's going to suit him. I think it's going to suit him a lot more than the Premier League, and I think we'll see a similar Nunez, in my opinion, to the Benfica Nunez. I already do different league. I think it will suit him because and the way how Conte gets. I mean, I've watched Conte this last season with Napoli. Yeah, they had McTominay, right? Everyone called this guy finished when he left Man United. Oh, he's finished. They had Billy Gilmore. They had Philip Billing. They had almost like 30 plus 40-year-old Politano on the right hand side. They lost Kvaratskhelia. They lost Osimhen. They had Lukaku up front. Everyone trolls Lukaku. Look what he did last season. Napoli and Conte, they have this thing, man. Conte gets the best out of these players, and I'm too sorry now. He's going to do something to Nunez. He's going to get the best out of him at Napoli, and Nunez is going to cook. But yeah, Liam, what's your thoughts on this, man? Nunez leaving Liverpool. What have you made of him overall as a player in the Premier
League? In the Premier League, I think he's. I'll be quite honest. I think he's been absolutely shocking. I think every time I watch this guy, he just misses chances. You make a good point. Maybe going to a new league, he might get his confidence back. His confidence might go up again, and he might start hopefully finishing some chances. That's what I hope because he's going to have Kevin De Bruyne behind him.
Yeah,
I want De Bruyne to have a good striker in front of him. But I'm looking at the fee here. I'm seeing 65 million euros in excess of that. I can't see Napoli paying that. I think that's absolutely a mental fee for a player like that. If Liverpool somehow do pull that off, I think that'd be absolutely incredible from them. But yeah, I think it's been let's be honest, it's been a big flop. We all remember the famous Darwin Nunez, Erling Haaland debate. I remember I was on holiday at the time, actually, the Community Shield game. I watched it on this big screen. And then Haaland missed that open net. Nunez scored the winner. And then everyone was like, Nunez better than Haaland. We had to deal with that for a couple of weeks until it all went away. But yeah, I think it's been a flop signing. You make a good point. Maybe he can find his way in another league again. I hope he does because I want Kevin De Bruyne to be getting some assists and have a good time in Napoli.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Definitely, man. So we're gonna quickly catch up some comments on this as well. Big up yourself, bro. Liverpool look unstoppable this Premier League season with all the new players coming in. It is absolute cinema. It is just quickly what you saying with the fee. Like I agree with you, 65 million euros in excess of that. Like Napoli are gonna pay that, but this is a thing I've seen with Liverpool though. It's what frustrates me. I don't know how good Liam, like your team is, Man City, at sending players, right, and getting money for players. But for Arsenal's point of view, our highest ever sold player was Oxlade-Chamberlain for 35 million. I'm seeing Liverpool.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro, I'm seeing these teams like we pay 65 million to Havertz to Chelsea. Chelsea get money for players, yeah. I'm seeing Liverpool get money. Quensa, how much do you sell Quensa for? Was it 40 million euros?
Yeah, around that.
40 million euros. Quensa. Yeah, 40 million euros they sold him for. This is a thing that Arsenal, hopefully with our new director coming in, he sorts out because it needs to be sorting out. Yeah, the amount of players that we've let go on ridiculous money in terms of like not getting enough money for them. We just get rolled over in terms of selling players. So it wouldn't not surprise me if Liverpool do get this amount of money for Nunez because they have a way of selling these players, man. Look how much you sold. Who was it? It was like Solanke. Was it Solanke? Origi? these players. Like, you're getting some proper money for them. For if that's Arsenal, we get 5 million for the close ups of players. It's a joke, but yeah. I mean, Nunez going. I think we can all sort of in agreement that it's not worked out for him, but in a different league, Serie A, Conte, Napoli, they just won the league, of course, last season. They're signing some really good players. They're going to be back up there next season. I think he could really thrive in the league next season as well. But let's quickly continue some comments. We'll move to Liam's Man City as well. But yeah, let's see where we were before. Gyokeres is also big up to Creo. Gyokeres is also getting tired of waiting for Arsenal. Exactly. And then if we don't make the decision, sorry for pronouncing his name wrong, by the way, Quensa, my bad. If we don't make the decision quick enough, then we can end up losing both of them. We're putting up Ollie Watkins people. So we need to make the decision quickly because other teams are looking at these players for sure. But yeah. Sorry about Windbog in the background, guys. It's absolutely ridiculous that they won't sign a striker. Big up yourself, bro. Big up Mr. Arsenal in the building, man. I'm not too bad, thank you, mate. Hope you're doing well yourself. The player I want us to be in talks with, but please get it done. I think he was on about Eze there as well. But yeah, bless up to you, Mr. Arsenal, as well, mate. We've got Salah the GOAT in the building. Big up Salah the GOAT. Sorry, Salah is the GOAT. Big up yourself, bro. As well. Make sure, guys, you do, if you're new tuning in, smash that buttons up, sub to both the channels on the panel, Liam's channel, Jack's channel as well. If you want to sub to mine, feel free to. Appreciate everyone tuning in as always, people. What's happening to Hato? Sorry, go on, Liam.
You can continue with comments if you want, but I just seen then. Have you seen today them things they're implementing in games next season? Half times, interviews as soon as subs come off, dressing room cameras.
No,
it's not the NFL. Come on,
bro. Halftime interviews, substitutions. What? How's that even?
Does anyone want that? Who's actually been asking for that?
Yeah, who
we want better
that?
referees, not this crap. Absolute joke, man.
And then what? And then they're saying you get inside training, not training, like inside locker room, like changing room stuff, but you can't even hear what the managers have got to say or something.
Yeah. So apparently they're allowed in there, but they can't film any speaking. So how's that going to work then? When are they going to be sat in blooming silence?
It makes them getting undressed or something, bro, or getting changed or something. What's going on? It's mental, bro. Like, what's the point of all of this? It's crazy. I thought they implemented doing manager interviews at halftime, but that never. They said they was going to do that, but I don't think it ever works because nobody even cared about it. To be fair, so yeah, I don't see how that's going to work, to be honest. But anyway, what happened to Hato? Talks already begun. Yeah, I mean, we may still sign him, to be fair. Zinchenko and Kivior leaves, and I still want to sign Hato. I think I'll definitely take him for sure. As long as we get all the attackers in, people. But yeah, Arsenal need a striker ASAP, bro. We needed one for 3 years, man. It's crazy. Gyokeres ain't going. Paul, stop believing everything you read. Let's hope it comes to Arsenal then, mate. And let's hope we actually get either one of them because we could end up with neither as things stand if we're not careful. At the moment, Liverpool and Man City are definitely the favourites. If we don't sign a striker, then this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, Liverpool are strengthened massively. They're going to be up there. Man City, we'll talk about them in just a minute. Liam will tell you he's going to feel confident, but I'm not. I'm worried in terms of Man City. They're going to be back up there next season, right? Newcastle, keeping Isak, signing some new players maybe. Had a great season last year. And then I don't know how Chelsea are going to do. But if we don't step up our game, and you always get like a surprise team who really does well, like Villa sometimes, maybe for Emery, no Champions League football to focus on, like they could be back up there. So yeah, we need to be careful, man. We need to be careful. Isak's been linked with Liverpool as well. I think that was earlier that we were speaking about that as well. We've got Charlie in the building. Big up to Charlie, absolute legends. Bless up yourself, Charlie. Hope you're doing well, brother. Every single time. why are we rushing for a backup centre back when we only 2 Havertz and Jesus as our apparent strikers? Exactly. It's crazy, bro.
I saw one of your accounts on Twitter, one of the big accounts. I can't remember which one it was. There's too many. Saying that maybe we can rely on Jesus to come back from his injury. I'm like, what was his injury? An ACL, something like that.
Yeah, ACL. I think.
Plus,
Yeah.
he didn't win you the league last time, so
No.
why would he win you the league coming back from an ACL injury? I don't know. These people must be trolling. They have to be.
That's what I genuinely think. I'm sitting there thinking, are you actually like what I read on Twitter? And to be honest with you, like I say on YouTube, I don't use maybe Instagram sometimes, yeah. But I do not. Thank God I do not do like all these big accounts, like all these arsehole accounts on Twitter, yeah, because they're on there every single. Do you guys know who Eduardo Hagen is?
Oh no, I hate that guy. I hate not as a person. I don't know as a person. As an account, that guy is the biggest flip flop and the biggest. He's always just saying whatever gets him interactions. He said the other day about this mascara being brilliant and we shouldn't go for this other guy. Then someone brought up his old tweet from 3 weeks ago that said we shouldn't go for mascara. We should go for this guy who he said now we shouldn't go with. To these people, they're crazy. They're actually crazy.
Yeah, I just use Twitter just for transfer news, but it's hard when you got Eduardo Hagen, whatever his name is, tweeting every single minute about it and gassing up every single player we get linked with. It's mental, but yeah, and we're looking at Madueke as a potential signing as well. Another Chelsea reject coming in to Arsenal. So yeah, but there we go. Big up to Kumar as well in the building. Big up yourself, Kumar. Just trolling Jack saying Liverpool's apparently finished, but there we go. Trent finally had his first good performance again. I didn't watch the game, bro. To be honest, the Club World Cup, we're going to talk about it for Liam in a minute, how they won, but I'll probably watch it when they get to like the knockouts. Now it is a knockout, so hopefully it'll be a bit more entertaining than it has been, to be honest. Yeah, Drew, big up Drew by every single time. Basically, YouTube we started the stream. I played the intro, yeah, it was all chilling, and then YouTube just decided to change everything around. They just removed the title, so I had to do the title again. They removed all the description with all the lads' links in it to sub to their channel. It's like, and then they don't send out notifications now. But big up everyone watching anyway. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Yeah, bless up Drew every single time, my brother. Big up to Bush in the building. Hope you're doing well, Bush. Kanate still learning. Gay's a captain, a leader, and Liverpool by captain. Yeah, very true there. I'm sure Jack will agree with that one.
Yeah, big up Bush Baptist.
Big up to Lord in the building, mate. Hope you're doing well, Lord. They're our top targets. Let's hope we get either one of them, then, man. I love Nunez. He's box to box striker. No one runs further. Big up to Moss in the building as well. Yeah, I think he'll do well. I think he'll do well in Napoli, especially on the Conte as well. Sorry, excuse me. Big up to Jordan as well. Jordan Hyman's in the building. Big up to you, brother. And yeah. No, I think that's his brother. He basically grabbed Jesus by the balls, and he grabbed his neck or something. I think that's his brother, or someone's telling me he's his brother. I don't think if they're related, but it's a different one, man. It's a different one. So yeah, there we go. Reading, this is interesting here. Reading about Nunez from one of his trainers. He's always going to psychologist for being affected by social media. Wow. There we go.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that, to be fair. I didn't know that. Anything else we can highlight here? It's getting embarrassing now. I've turned off the commentary now. I'm going to have to turn off the grain because it's cringy. It's creepy. It is, to be fair. It is, to be fair.
No one asked for it. Like, who actually asked for this?
I know.
I don't see any person saying, yes, I want interviews as players comes off. I don't think anyone cares.
Yeah, it's mental. On a positive note, Rodrigo got benched again. I I ain't even gonna go there for now. Until he comes out and says he wants to leave Man City, wants to leave Real Madrid, then okay, I'll get a bit, you know what? Because I feel we'll actually go for him. But right now, as things stand, I'm not getting excited about Rodrigo. I kind of think he will. I know he keeps getting benched and he wants game time, but again, Alonso's got to rotate, though, only Club World Cup. I think he tried a new formation out anyway. I think they played a back five yesterday or something like that. They played like two up front, something weird like that. So maybe he was just experimenting in Club World Cup because I think there's already through anyway in Madrid, if I'm not wrong. So we'll see when it gets knockouts if he plays any more games. But until he's got to come out and say he wants to leave. As soon as he does that, then be exciting, as they say, guys. But anyway, let's get into the Man City side of things for Liam now. We're going to start with, obviously, what a win it was. Topping your Club World Cup group as well. 5-2. I watched a bit of the game yesterday. Seeing players like Doku balling out. You know, Savio scored a banning goal. You know, I'm seeing Cherky. I'm seeing Reiners in there. I'm seeing Haaland scoring goals for fun again. Liam, bro, talk to us about Man City, the Club World Cup, the 5-2 win yesterday, mate. What are you saying about City? Does this give you a bit of confidence going into the new season, seeing these performances?
Yeah, it gives me so much confidence, to be honest. I said it myself on my stream. I'm like, this is the best we've played in years. I mean, the last time we played as fluid footballers yesterday was literally when we beat Real Madrid 4-0. That was the last time. People in my chat were like, no, you're going too far. And then Pep came out and said the same thing. So, yeah, it was an incredible win. We did concede 2 goals, but we only actually did concede 2 chances in the game. And that was from a Kanji won't play anyway. And Ederson, his usual 1 in 200 mistake. It's always going to happen when he's playing the ball out like he does. The attacking side was insane. I've been a big thing in this upcoming season over the summer. I've been saying, nah, we're not playing these fast wingers like Doku and Savio. We're going to be playing tucked-in wingers. Doku and Savio are going to have to prove something. And I thought it was a nailed on. We're going to be doing Mamu's Cherky on the wings, which I still think it eventually will be. But Doku and Savinio have both massively improved so far in this tournament. Like Doku, our best player yesterday. One big difference I've noticed with Doku so far, which I've not seen in his whole 2 years at City, he's got his head up. He's actually got his head up. So when he dribbles past the player, he's looking up. Do I make the pass? Do I make the shot? And his shots are looking good as well. So Doku, very good. Nori, I knew he was very good, but this looks like a blooming 80 million player in this market. You literally cannot get the ball off him. His dribbling is insane. And then he can go to Reinders. Cherky, we've not even seen that much yet, but from what we've seen, incredible as well. His skills have been unreal. The thing is with Cherky as well, he's not even fast. He's just incredibly skillful, such a technical baller. But everything's looking good. I feel like the big reason why we are playing this quick, fluid, really nice football all of a sudden is because it was wide at Alain, but now it's Juventus as well. We have to explain. It's because of these new coaching staff. We brought in Pep Linders, Liverpool former assistant, all about moving the ball quick, which is what City needed. James French, new set-piece coach. City have gone from like a 1 in 30 set-piece rate, which we all hated our set-piece coach, to now like a 1 in 4 set-piece rate. Already scored 5 set-piece goals now. And then Kolo Touré as well, bringing the vibes. And I've noticed a big difference. One more thing, just before I wrap off this. Last season, our coaching staff didn't care. And Jack Gorn, our main reporter, has also come out and said that we had a coaching staff that wouldn't say a word. He would not say a word to the players. He reffed the games. He would not say a word. The players were like bizarre by him. Lilo, our assistant manager, wouldn't see him stand up once. Now we've got coaching staff who are jumping up when we're scoring. We're seeing Pep Linders always giving Pep advice, the other Pep Guardiola advice. And Lilo never did that. He just sat there in silence, no passion, no anything. So all of these things, it's making a real good feel-good factor around the club and the new signings as well, and a good squad. So things are looking good, I can't lie.
Yeah, for sure, man. I actually obviously like this is why it's good to do these shows because you learn more about your clubs. I didn't even know that that happened with your coaching staff, and now you got a new coaching staff as well. So you've improved in that sense. Obviously, seeing your signings in action as well yesterday. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Now I know people look at it thinking it's only the Club World Cup and all this. Like, listen, you're playing against Juventus. Juventus I watched them last season, Serie A. They had Igor Tudor as a manager. He did decent to get them well established last. They got some good players in there. They play some decent football. It was always a tough game for City. I know it's gonna matter in the knockouts, but you just saw, as you said, Liam, you just saw a different Man City. It seemed like, a more free flowing Man City yesterday. Just like, and as you said with Doku, that's what I noticed of him as well, because Doku reminded me so much of Martinelli watching at Arsenal in terms of like Martinelli was so very similar. He was just running with his head down the whole time, and he became so. I mean, he had the flair like what Doku has, yeah, like the technical ability, all this. But when it came to end product, the final third, so predictable. You saw Doku yesterday, a different type of Doku there. He's full of confidence. So yeah, definitely some good signs for you guys there. But Jack, what did you make of Man City's 5-2 yesterday, man, against Juventus?
Yeah, done a watch along for it. It was a goal fest, to be fair. It was a really good game, and yeah, it looks like Man City are back. New players, and like Liam mentioned, new coaching staff. So yeah, it looks really positive for City, and it looks like they're back and in a new era.
Yeah, for sure. When you look into the Club World Cup now, who'd you guys play next, Liam, in last 16?
Al Hilal. It's Tuesday 2 a.m.
Oh.
We'll be there. Watch along.
2 a.m.
I am doing it. I did do the last game. I thought I got exams. It's a group stage game, but I cannot sleep knowing City are playing a knockout game.
Of course,
we will be there. We will be there.
How interesting game, man. They got some. Cancelo plays for them, don't he? Your ex player. He's in there.
Yeah.
They got, I think, Mitrovic. I don't know if he's played. Last time when I watched him against Real Madrid, I don't think he even started. But yeah, they got Mitrovic, Savic in there. They got some interesting players in there, like some well-known players. So that'd be interesting to see what happens there. But like Liam, how confident that you'll beat them? Because I think they was in Real Madrid's group, weren't they? And they drew Real Madrid. But also, how far do you think you can go? Like, do you believe you can win the whole thing?
Yeah, I probably do. I think City are taking this very seriously. We're looking at a very good team, a very happy team. The vibe around the club confirmed by just what you can see from the videos and Pep, and also what the journalists are reporting. It's the best it's been in a couple of years now. Everyone's happy, and we're actually on the easy. Well, I'm not going to call it easier side of the bracket. So instead of we would have faced Madrid, then PSG, then Bayern Munich, and then the final. It's going to be Al Hilal, then I think Benfica or Chelsea. Then it's going to be like, I think, some South American team, and then a final. So it's a much more easier route. I definitely back us to beat Al Hilal. I'd back us to beat Chelsea. They've not beat us in years. And whoever it is in the semi, I'd have to back us there as well. So things are looking good. I think we can run deep into this tournament. I do agree with the people saying at the start this tournament was very boring and stuff. I get all that. I was always of the opinion, the further we go, gradually it's going to become better and better and better. I think that is what we're seeing. It was a very good game last night. Also, the Chelsea game last week was very good. So I think now we're at these knockouts. I really do think it's going to be a fun knockout stage for people to watch. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it because I'm actually looking forward to City to playing. Last season, I wasn't. It was like a drag watching us play because it'd just be a billion side passes, back passes. So a couple of games on my watch along, I'd maybe not a lot of sleep at night, and I do the watch along at a 12:30 kickoff against Forest. I'm always falling asleep watching us. But now, entertaining football, moving it quick, 1 touch, 2 touch, and I think we can go far in this tournament. The final, I know PSG will be better than us if it is PSG, but if we get to the final and we're playing well and beating teams comfortably, I know it's PSG, but I'm going to back us to beat PSG because if we get to the final, I'm going to back us to beat them. But I do strongly back us to get to that final, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, PSG have shown they can be beaten as well. That they, I think, Botafogo beat them 1-0 in the club in the group stages. So on the flip side of that, they battered Atletico Madrid 4-0. So you don't know, and if you see in PSG how good they can be on their day in the final as well. But I think that's the final everyone really wants. That's one I want, to be honest. I think that'd be really entertaining. City PSG final, to be fair. But Jack, what do you think about Man City? Do you think they go all the way and win the Club World Cup?
Yeah, that I think arguably, I think they're the favourites to go and win it now. To be honest, up there with PSG and Madrid, and yeah, they're looking like a top side, and I'm looking forward to them next season in the Prem because it looks like they've got really good style of play again, and it'll be interesting to watch them.
Yeah, for sure, man. Before we move on, let me quickly catch up some comments. Yeah, unfortunately, YouTube decided not to send out notifications when we started. They changed the title. They removed everything today, so we just started from fresh, man. And but it's been a brilliant turnout anyway. So thanks everyone who even tuned in. I know you guys probably didn't even know that we got notified today that we were going live. Typical YouTube, that always trying to ruin things, but yeah, it's been a great turnout nevertheless, people. So thank you everyone who has stopped by, supported the show, supported the channel as well as always. That'd be greatly appreciated. Didn't expect Ain't Nori to be so good at dribbling. Yeah, Liam, what have you made just quickly on the new signings? I know it's still early days, but I've liked what I've seen with Turkey. I mean, we've seen him quite a bit with Leon anyway. Obviously, Reiners, I watch week in, week out. It's like, for Milan, he's a flipping baller. Ain't Nori, but what have you made of the signings so far? Early signs?
Honestly, they look like they've all been here for years. They're all already making friends off the pitch, on the pitch. They just look like they've been here for years, man. Ain't Nori. It's so nice to actually have a proper left back. But of course, we're not signed one for nearly a decade, so it's just so nice. And I knew that guy was skillful, but how skillful he is when this guy's got the ball, no one's been able to get it off him so far. He's dribbling, nutmegging players, sitting players down, getting assists. He should have had 4 assists against Alain, but people couldn't. Attackers couldn't finish that game, even though we won 5-0, but 6-0. But yeah, Ain't Nori's been brilliant. Reinders, as expected, I was 100% certain he'd fit in from day one. Rodri Reinders duo yesterday, we saw the first glimpse of that. It was insane. Just quickly on Rodri, by the way, I've that confirmed. I think he will get back to his best yesterday because he's been very rusty when he first came back. Rodri, gradually less rusty. Yesterday, still a bit of rustiness there, but you can see it's wearing off. And it was starting to come together yesterday. And we saw that glimpse of Rodri sitting back, Reinders being able to go up the pitch, and it scored as a goal. Reinders putting an incredible no-look ball through to Nunez, our fullback. This is the fullback system I was on about a couple of weeks ago, who then squared it to Haaland, who was unmarked because of how quick we moved the ball. And then it was a tap-in for Haaland in the end. Of course, he's not going to miss that. So that's a big thing there. Reinders Rodri duo, yeah, as expected, it's going to be class. Church, we've not actually seen that much. I think we've seen him in total probably for a full 90 minutes. His first game, he played false 9 in 40-degree heat. He is a false 9, never played false 9 before. He wasn't great. I'm not going to glaze it in the first game, although he still should have had an assist. But his second and third games, I think he's been absolutely brilliant coming off the bench. Scored a great goal against Alain. Yesterday, some of the passes, the skills, everything was perfect from Turkey yesterday. And like you said, and like I just said before, I discussed them all individually. These players look like they've been here for years, and it's just great to see how they've settled in so well. And I think they're only just going to get better as well, to be fair.
No, for sure. Definitely, mate. Absolutely, definitely. Just quickly talking about Ederson saying he's future at Man City. He's not leaving the club this summer. Are you happy with this? Is this some good news for you, Liam?
Yes and no, because I've been off the case for a while. Like, if Ederson stays, he has to be committed. It's all well and good. People keep saying to me, Liam, he said he's committed in an interview. If he was committed fully and his head was fully in Manchester City, he would sign a contract extension. Right now, his contract still runs out next summer, and Saudi again will be lurking next summer. Last season, the problem with Ederson was, and why he was very good at the start, his head was focused, and then gradually it just got torn away because he was thinking about Saudi and going to Saudi because he was supposed to be going this summer. Now he's decided to stay and says he's committed, but if he knows he's going to Saudi in, let's say 6 months' time, and things are starting maybe to go a bit wobbly for City like it always does in the middle of the season, and you've got our goalkeeper not focused again, could be detrimental. I've been off the case. I'm a big fan of Ederson. I think our fan base underappreciates him. But for me, I need him to sign a contract and I need my goalkeeper to be committed. more than happy for him to stay.
Mm.
But I want that contract signed, even just a 1-year extension to just get his head fully in City, because the one position you can't have your head not in is a goalkeeper, because it's going to cost your team. Ederson for me, I'm happy. Honestly, even an unfocused Ederson, I'd rather him than spend 70 on Costa. That Costa guy, I don't think is much. I don't rate him that highly, to be honest. So
Is this the
yeah, I'm a
one
bit
from
mixed
Porto?
about this. Yeah, Costa,
Yeah.
Porto. Yeah. I look at his stats and stuff. He's got some of like the worst save percentage in
Oh
Europe's
God.
top 5 leagues. So yeah, and also he had a disaster class against United earlier in the season.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ederson, I'm all right with this, but yeah, I don't know. It could go a bit wrong. This.
Yeah, fair enough, man. I mean, for me, it's looking at Ederson in the recent years. I've always rated him as a goalkeeper. To be fair, um, I think obviously last season, I know he didn't have a greatest season. I think he was injured quite a bit last season, or was it? Because
Yeah.
you're playing
Well,
Ortega.
the thing is, they say he was injured, but every single time he came off a bad game, he suddenly was out the squad. I don't know if it was a
Oh,
mental issue. They say he was injured, but like, for example, after we lost to United, he had a disaster class out the squad. After we lost to Feyenoord, well, it felt like a loss, bottled a 3-0 lead to Feyenoord, he had a disaster class out the squad. So they say he was injured, but I am of the opinion it was a bit more mental with him, to be fair.
yeah, potentially. Oh, what happened there? I don't even know. You guys hear me still?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what happened
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, potentially, man. That's a good point there. But Jack, what do you make of Ederson staying at Man City? What do you think about him as a goalkeeper as well?
Yeah, I think he's a decent goalkeeper. I mean, obviously a fellow countryman to Allison, but yeah, I mean he's a top goalkeeper alongside Allison, and yeah, I think it's the right decision for Man City to keep him and him to stay at Man City. Yeah,
Just so I wanted to, before we move, I actually wanted to ask you all this before we go about now. Obviously, we bought. I mean, you bought in some players, I should say. What is left? I'll start with you, Liam. From Man City's perspective, you signed some brilliant players, but is there any more positions you think you need to address before the season starts?
Right back. However, I don't think it's. Before I was of the opinion, 100% we need a right back. If we don't have a right back, we won't win anything. It'll be a disaster. However, I've got to be honest. The last 5, 6, 7 times, even above that, Nunez has played at right back now. He's becoming a really, really good right back. Even defensively, he's getting better. Attacking, I think his movement is insane. He's doing that job absolutely perfectly. So the right back's a position. There was always them rumours around Rodrigo. I've been an absolute. We have this thing in the City fan base: say yes to Rodrigo, say no. I've been on the camp say no, because I'm like, you want Rodrigo? It makes no sense. Where would he play? I just don't get where he'd fit in our team. So we can rule any sort of Rodrigo sort of signing out. It's right back that City are going to look at. That's the only position we could invest in. The only player you could get is Livramento, because City can't really sign any non-homegrown players now, because we're at basically the homegrown limit unless we sell. So Livramento's the guy. There is an asking price. Fabrizio has confirmed that. It would be a world record fee for a fullback. City, of course, now we're going to spend 60 or 70 on Costa, but now we're not. They were going to spend 150 on Wirtz. Now we're not, or whatever it was for Wirtz, but still a lot of money. So the funds are there for Livramento. Whether City go for him or not, I think it is a 50-50. Whether City get him or not, I think we have like a 15-20% chance. I think that's the only position. Like I said, though, I don't know if you guys have been watching Nunez lately. I think he's becoming a really good right back, to be fair. I was very against Nunez, especially after we lost the derby back in December. I was sick of him, but he's really turned it round, and fair play to him, because he's never played right back, but he's got used to the position. You've
Yeah,
probably not watched it, but yeah, I think he's been good.
you've seen quite a few managers do that now. Because obviously he's a midfielder, wasn't he? And we did the same with Party as well, quite a few times. It didn't really work out for Party as much as working out for Nunez, but you're seeing quite a few like managers adapt to playing their midfielders as like right backs now. So I think we'll see that quite a bit. But for you guys, it's working there, obviously, because you had you had Walker there, but Walker was finished for you guys, weren't he, Liam?
Oh yeah,
He
he
was
was
done.
finished actually
Yeah,
3 years ago. To be fair,
there we go. So if Nunez is doing his thing, then maybe it's not too much of a priority. But if it's always good, like Livermento for me, Newcastle, good player there. And I know you link with Cambiasso from Juventus, who I've seen quite a lot. He's one of the most versatile players in Serie A. He can play everywhere, literally right back, right wing, flipping left back, flipping. He both footed as well. It's like that for me would have been a good signing, but I don't think I'm gonna go for him anymore.
yeah.
It didn't
City
seem that
pulled City pulled out because of he kept getting this reoccurring injury, and Juventus were asking like
injury,
90
yeah,
million plus the homegrown. So all them factors
all of
really.
that, yeah, yeah. There we go. But yeah, Party is leaving. Party is leaving. That's why we just signed Norgard from Brentford. People were saying Zubimendi's replacement. So Zubimendi's coming in as Party replacement, and it seems like Norgard's coming in as Jorginho's replacement for Arsenal. But yeah, it seems like maybe Barcelona, Atletico, his former club, looking at him. But he's a free agent, so literally anyone can get him. I can honestly like it wouldn't surprise me if I don't think he'll do this because he's been an Arsenal player and he knows about Arsenal. But what if a Premier League club comes in for Party, man? Like free agent, free transfer. They can they can snap him up. So he is definitely leaving, but it's such a shame, man. I rate him so highly, and it could be a big mistake getting rid of him. So there we go. But yeah, Jack, same question as you, man. Obviously, you've had a great window so far, but any other positions that you think you need?
Yeah, there is a couple to be fair. Firstly, I'll probably say I would have said left back, but it has been said now that Robertson is staying at Liverpool because Atletico have found a new left back, and it doesn't mean they'll sign Robertson now. But yeah, Guahi obviously a centre back. I think he'll be replacing Kwanzaa, from what I've heard. So yeah, and there's been talks of us also signing a younger centre back too in the window. So that's two positions already, two centre backs, and then I'd say a striker, obviously, who we've been wanting, and then it looks like Diaz will be out the door this summer too. So obviously a left winger. Ideally, I wouldn't mind Liao or Anthony Gordon, but yeah, I mean that's really it. I know a couple of our fans have been saying a CDM, but I can't see a CDM happening this summer, to be honest. But yeah.
There we go. There we go, people. Obviously, for Arsenal, we know what we need about 5 new attackers, about 5, 6 new positions. We're being honest with it, people. So yeah, hopefully Arsenal get the striker, the winners in, the attacking midfielder in, and probably another defender, as you know what Arsenal do. So still a lot of work to be done for Arsenal, but very, very well. I'm not excited for the season. I'll be honest. Until we sign some proper players, then I would be excited. But right now, I'm sure Liverpool. I'm sure Jack's buzzing for the season with the new players. I'm sure Liam's the same as well. Looking forward to the new season. So Arsenal, do the job, man. Get some players in. Get us up there next season, or we can be falling behind. But yeah, that wraps up the show, guys. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Before you do get out of here, we've got to shout the panel. Their links are in the description, as I said earlier. But sign off for Jack, bro. You got anything coming up, mate?
Yeah, I think I'll be doing a Liverpool transfer news show tomorrow, and probably a couple more Club World Cup watch-alongs like I've been doing recently. And yeah, that's really it.
Varishin's playing up again. There we go. Nice one, yeah, guys. As I said, link in the description for Jack's channel right there. And
Thank you, bro.
Liam as well, bro. You got anything coming up, mate? You want to shout out?
Yeah, we'll probably do a couple of Club World Cup watch-alongs. So I do Chelsea tomorrow, PSG into Miami on Sunday. Then on Monday we'll do the Al Hilal preview, and then yes, I can confirm I'm going to do the 2 a.m. game. It's a bit of a stinky kickoff time. But if anyone's on the other side of the world, they want something to watch or anything at 2 a.m., we are going to whatever time it is for you guys. Will be a 2 a.m. game, City versus Al Hilal, live watch along. And I'm actually looking forward to it, to be fair. Last year, City played a pre-season at 2 a.m. I actually did it, but it ended up being delayed by 2 hours. It ended up being a 4 a.m. kickoff. So I was totally falling asleep and everything. But yeah, guys, the chat's been absolutely fantastic. Thank you for having me on, like I said. The chat's absolutely brilliant. So big up to every single one of you in the chat.
Yeah, for sure, man. And thanks both of you for your time with us. See, the show, as we said at the start, guys, will be rotating on every single channel. So make sure you subscribe to every single one of us so you don't miss a single show. We're talking everything for the whole season as well. So I think it's gonna be interesting as well when we even play against each other. You know, when we have Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, you know, Arsenal, Liverpool, we can all talk about it. You know, doing this show together every Friday, guys. One on mine, Len Liam's and Jack. We rotate around. But yeah, big at everyone, man. And I know you know YouTube. They're acting like absolute frauds. Not sending out notifications. They mess up, you know, the entire stream at the start. But we got there in the end. It's been a phenomenal turnout, even because you know what happened at the start. So big at every single one of you, man, who's tuned in today. You guys can catch me tomorrow as always. We'll probably be back with the same transfer news with Arsenal, and yeah, I'm looking forward to continue the show as well. Make sure, as I said, go link in the description, sub to the boys there as well. Big up the chat. Take care, everyone, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your evening, guys. Have a nice week.